Hello everyone, Kosher Bacon here with another world tour. Yay! Alright, let's get to it. So this... Oh, thank you, music. This is my survival world. Started this world in like 1.10.2. It's actually... My history of survival worlds is pretty long. I have a really hard time with commitment, it turns out, because every time, like, I get bored of whatever world, then a new update comes out, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this will be my new permanent world. I'm never gonna not play that world. And I thought the same with this. I've been in this world longer than any other. I really thought it would last, but with 1.13, ocean exploration might be a big thing. I might stay in this world. Like, I might. I want to consider that. One thing is, I've sort of reached at the end game of the Minecraft content, so I'm just waiting for updates for new stuff, and if you're playing Minecraft for constant new content, you're very quickly going to get bored with it. Like, you gotta be able to build, and do redstone, and explore, and come up with crazy new ideas. And I don't know if that's something I can do, really. Anyways, on to the world tour itself. So this is my world. It's not much, honestly. This is my house. I designed this banner. I'm sure plenty of other people have. It's a pretty simplistic design. I like how it looks. Let's get started. Let's head over to spawn. Well, we're actually very close to spawn. This is a village I found and subsequently died because I lived next to it. I reinvigorated it, brought it back to life, brought a bunch of villagers, torched everything up, rebuilt some of the more destroyed houses. Added in this thing over here to bring the villagers from an underground rail system that we'll get to. Built a bunch of iron golems. Unnamed? Huh, I must not have had name tags. I tried to keep the paths good. I tried to make everything look nice. I think I did an okay job. So this is what I'm concerned about. I've explored this ocean over here looking for different stuff, and this would have been an amazing ocean to explore in 1.13. The sun going down, it is going down. Let's get to spawn. Spawn is actually pretty lame, I guess is what I'd say. You see all these torches on the ground over here? Whenever I would like travel through the end portal or whatever, I'd put a torch by my feet. So this is actually spawn. Yay. That's why I started the world facing that cliff over there. I saw the village in the distance. I was like, oh yeah, excellent, perfect start. This is supposed to be like a lighthouse, I think. It's actually been quite a while since I've played. I do not know how to build lighthouses, like practical survival ones. I decided, with most worlds I go for crazy overpowered farms and stuff, but with this world I wanted to build a world that felt nicer, more polished, more complete. So I wanted to focus on building. This is a docks area. I think there's a bed in here, which is what I'm heading for. Nope, that is not the door. So yeah, random piles of crafting tables have absolutely no purpose, but it looks more like goods have been unloaded, and like we didn't need these things for the dock, but we put them there anyways to try and keep things looking good. So let's sleep. It's easy. Alright, we have slept. There's nothing in this chest. So this is the docks. That's where I go when I want to go fishing. Thought I saw the fishing particles for a second and I was confused because I don't have a rod out. So yeah, one thing I wanted to focus on was of course having good pathways. The grass here didn't grow. I think a creeper got me over there and that's what happened. So this would be one of the main entrances to the village. I'm using these here to keep the stuff out without having to worry about the zombies entering. Inside the village is safe. I was very thorough. And this over here leads to the old strip mine and the mob farm. One of the few farms I actually did build in this world. So if we head down the stairs, this here leads to the mob farm. That there just leads to a pretty standard strip mine at Y level 12. I'm not going to show it. It's probably very boring. So I found a skeleton spawner over here. Hold on. Let me see something actually. That guy in the spawner has an enchanted bow. That's weird. So let's see. How did this work? AFK booth. You go in here, pull the lever, and then you can just AFK. That was before the update made it so that entity cramming was a thing. This is the lights. So now the skeletons will start to spawn. It's a pretty straightforward water system where it pushes them into a corner, then raises them up, then drops them down to 1 health. And then we have downstairs we have an item sorter that will supposed to sort the stuff, but far too frequently stuff seems to get messed up over here. Not much to it, honestly. I built an Enderman spawner in the end, an Ender. as they called, so yeah, I used that instead. I was concerned that monsters would find their way to me, so I built this water elevator. Mobs aren't smart enough to get through that, I don't think. Yeah, built this bridge here. Just wanted to, I guess. Like, a big thing I tried to focus on was having unique paths to places and whatnot, so that the place felt like a village, sort of, almost. So yeah, here are my villagers. I don't pen them up or chain away the ones with good trades, I just let them roam free. Oh wait, I absolutely do that, actually. They're just not here, they're somewhere else. Don't know why I said that, it's 100% not true. Yeah, look at that! I got some guy pinned up in the corner, okay. Yeah, this is the 8 pumpkin to an emerald trade, so if I want to farm emeralds, I can just get tons of pumpkins and trade with him. Because that's a good way of getting emeralds. You might think, like, sugarcane's good, but honestly, it's a lot harder with sugarcane, although you can probably farm up more sugarcane. So this is a trophy room I built. It's, what did you have to do? You take the pickaxe and put it in there? Yeah. I have nothing over there, except for a torch. And nothing over here for now. So this is my first pickaxe. I didn't consume it. I saved it, stuck it in a chest somewhere, and found it a few days later. I was like, hey, I might as well, you know, make a room out of it, right? So this is the first house I built over here. Yeah, just a very basic hidey hole. I kept it around, didn't build onto it, just put a map in the corner. There's access to the underground system. This is the upstairs. Not much. Just some random junk that I no longer care about or use. And we'll deal with the underground in just a minute. I put the random polished andesite. I don't know if it looks good or not. Basic farm. Like I said, this isn't exactly the most technically challenging world. This is more of a simple thing where I would just go to relax and chill. At first, I didn't want to do the standard cow farm, so I tried to make it look nice, but it's just a standard cow farm. This is the enchanting station, library thing. Got a bunch of random enchanted books. The enchanting changes from 1.8 are really powerful. Like, I have 52 levels from the Ender, and I can just enchant tons of books at a level 30 enchantment. This is a tree farm, like just an 8x8 plot of dirt that's raised up one. I don't know. This is a piece of garbage that I never should have built. It's an automatic reed farm. Fully automatic, actually. I have an observer somewhere. Yeah, this guy up here, when the reed over there grows to 3 blocks tall, gets it. So the point is that some of them should have fallen into the water down there, right? Into these water canals down over here that I used to hydrate the soil. Then they would have fallen down here and gotten collected. However, as you can see, there were 2 of them in there. And I had like 64 of them in my inventory, so it's horribly inefficient. And I can't fit through the door because I'm dumb. I like these lights. They turn on at night because you can now invert daylight sensors. You probably saw in the test world tour that I did. I was trying to build something like this where it would turn on at night, but I couldn't. Sorry about that, had to cut. Let's move on. So this is my mass storage room. It's just outside over here. And yeah, this is basically where all my stuff is. Everything. I am a hoarder in this game. Really bad hoarder. Well, this is organized, right? Why do I have so much flint? And dirt? You can't place signs over here, so I think these are actually perpetually going to be empty. Same over there. And this is just so about that. Had to cut again. Random blocks. So many random things. And I've got room for more, too. So yeah, that's that area. My house has a pool. It's a heated pool. With chairs and an umbrella. And a barbecue. That just, it's an item deleter if I want one. And dogs. My dogs will sit there for an eternity. And like a brewing lab. And some pictures. I meant for this house to be used for more, but not so much now. This is the area from an aerial view. You saw the centerpiece over here, but not the rest of it. And these are ever increasingly large maps, including the maximum size one, plus one up over there. Plus a, what are those things called? Woodland Mansion that I found. Plus some end islands. I really like that maps work in the end now. So this is the beginning of the underground tunnels. This one over here leads to the storage room. What else is there? This over here leads to the other house, plus it leads to our end portal. So let's head over there. I don't know, I'm a huge fan of underground tunnels and secretive stuff and things. So yeah, this is the end portal. It's disguised as a well. Most people seem to build the wells and the water's right up there. No, the water's deep in the ground. This is the barn. I use it to store my animals. I wanted them to feel comfortable, so I tried to build a nice looking thing. This is Speedy, our old horse. He was the fastest horse we could find. Got some hay up in the loft. It's called a loft, right? And yeah, if I ever want to do anything with any of the animals, now I know what to do. It's hilarious. I shaved the sheep, then realized I didn't have any grass for them to regrow it, so that guy's permanently shorn. This is supposed to be a grain silo, but it's an automatic food farm. Does that thing. It's an old style one. They have better ones now using an observer. This thing, actually. But I'm not going to get into that just yet. Oh, there's stuff over here. That's right, I forgot. This is the super smelter. You just stick whatever you want to smelt up over here, and I have coal blocks, and the output comes in over there, as well as some manual furnaces down over here. This thing burnt down so many times because I had a wooden roof, and the lava caught it. More crafting table pile everywhere. I don't know, I think I was playing a CTM, and it had those, and I thought that was cool. Here's a manual sugarcane farm that I mostly use. Just a greenhouse. That's a random stone building up over there. There's absolutely nothing in there. Vine farm, you come here through shears, you mine the vines. Dog houses. The dogs never stay in the houses, so I kind of gave up on that. Let's go back to the underground, because I think there's more stuff still. Yeah, down over here. This over here is an automatic cactus producing chest. It just produces cactus by itself, with some mechanism behind there that I won't show. And this is where I'm a horrible person, because I absolutely stuck villagers that had mending book. Forget what this guy has. Probably something nice. Efficiency 4. So this railroad track over here goes all the way to my end portal, over 1,000 blocks away. Like, let's just... Do I have a minecart anywhere? I think I have one in my ender chest. Yep. For some reason it's like this. Oh, sweet. Recipe unlock. Let's take a quick look at my tools, by the way. Yeah, like I said, I'm pretty much in the end game over here. I have a maxed out tool set, basically. This is friendly, right? Yeah. So this here goes straight to my end portal. I hollowed out this whole thing. I didn't have a speed beacon or a haste beacon or even really good pickaxe. I think I was using enchanted diamond, but maybe it might have even been just straight up iron. And oh my goodness, this is over 1,000 blocks long. I think it's like 1,600 blocks if memory serves. I wanted an underground railroad in this world. And yeah, it keeps going and going. I think up at around 900 blocks in, there's a branch off that goes towards the village where I got some more villagers from. And yeah, it feels very slow, but it is fast. I suppose running under speed 2 effect is probably faster, though. I think that's why I was doing it at a time. I would have potion dispensers at both ends. I might cut this part of the video out, or I might leave it in. I'm not sure. I already do so much cutting these days. I'll probably cut it out. Maybe. Yep. It's a long tunnel. I might leave it in just to explain how long it is. Although maybe because of how far apart these things are, this loses speed right before it gets into that, yeah. Here's that tunnel over there that leads to the village. So the trick with these is that they're spaced exactly 20 blocks apart, I think. So if I get out, the minecart will actually stop before it hits the next powered rail section, so if I jump out of my minecart for any reason, I can just catch back up to it. Because I'm sure everyone's had that moment where they're in their minecart and they jump out for something and then it's at the end of the rail. You'll never see it again, you have to run to catch up to it. I eventually just used nether travel to shorten the travel time. I do have a bit of a nether system set up, so we'll look at that as soon as we get there. Where are we at? 1,300 blocks-ish, so... Oh, look, I can see the end. I'll probably just leave this section in entirely, just to give you guys a feel of how long it is. Yeah, I had to place all of these, I had to farm all these wood blocks. It took forever. It was a fun project, though. By fun, I mean tedious, but you know what? I decided to do it, and that made it less tedious somehow. So yeah, this is the end portal that leads here. The nether portal that leads here, and here's the end portal itself. I also have a work in progress down over here. Work in progress mob farm using magma blocks. Because I found a zombie spawner and another one. I think this is the point I calculated where I would need to stand for them to both Oh, I got stuff here. Cool. I calculated that was the point I would need to stand in order for them to both be spawning. So I might set something up with that. We'll see. Anyway, onwards to the end. I want to show off the Ender. Although it's nothing special. So here's the end. Fought the dragon. Had a lot of fun with that. Never bothered respawning it, actually. So I think... Did I ever get that advancement? I might have. Maybe. Yeah, no. These aren't... Oh, they actually have a lot of these now. Did they just add in more and I never noticed? Eh. So this is the old version of the end thing. You would just look at the Enderman and they would run towards you. And this guy has fire aspect, doesn't he? Yep. That's actually very loud. Let's turn that down. And they can't get to you from under here. Yeah, because that's fire aspect. They're a little, And then you can get your ender pearls that way. Or... the Ender number 3. It's technically an Ender 3. I think it's Ethos Lab who built the Ender 3 that we know it. Although I could be mistaking it. Maybe it's someone else's creation. This thing over here is stupidly efficient. It's just a named Endermite in a minecart up there, so that he never despawns. The Endermen all run towards him, and because it's a 3x3 hole, they all spread out enough that mob cramming doesn't even affect them. And you can just... It's crazy OP. Because I got mending on all my tools, I can just do whatever I want. So much so that I built storage for all the ender pearls and filled it all up in like 5 minutes. So much so that I had to design this thing over here, which drops them. Okay, we're actually going to turn down the music over here because it likes to be very loud and obnoxious. And that's also very loud and obnoxious too. See, I've thrown tools over the edge. I don't even care anymore. I mean, I do care. It always sucks, because now you're going to go hunt down all the librarians with their books. But, like, I'm in the end game as far as the game progression is concerned. I've got infinite ender pearls. Surprisingly, I don't use them that much. Let's keep moving. So yeah, most of the time when I build a tunnel or a bridge to the Ender, it's always ugly and stuff, so I challenged myself to build something that looked nice. And I like that look. The blue glass and the stone brick and the smooth stone slabs work well together, I think. Plus some random glowstone to keep things lit. It's a random thing to get to the end islands where I go and I use the elytra and fly around and look for stuff. Okay, we're gonna sleep again. Yeah, Enderman's over there. Alright. So that's the end. That's that mob farm there. Do I have anything else of note? Showed off the village. I might have actually showed off most everything I've done. Like I said, this isn't a very technical world. I didn't build a crazy mob farm or anything like I normally do. But I enjoyed it, you know? Spent a lot of time here, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah. Anything else I want to show off? Windows Update settings, apparently. Seriously, why is that in my face? Go away. Honestly, not that I can think of off the top of my head, I think we actually covered everything. No, wait, what's this? I think this just hooks up to the underground rail system. No, this is... Oh yeah, that's right, this was going to be the original, I guess I won't bother showing this. I'm probably going to cut over there before the Windows Update thing, but that was going to be the place, the thing. Yes. Anyways, that is the world tour. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you again in the next one. I might be able to find an older world, one that's a little more technical, and we can go explore that as well for episode 3. But that is going to do it for now. So, as I said, like just a minute ago, thank you for watching. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.